Greetings, mech warriors, this is TTB speaking, and welcome back to another episode of German Mechgineering. Guys, today we're playing the Bushwacker S2 in a full-on SRM BRAWL configuration with a very much protruding small laser nose. Let's go ahead and have a look at the build right away. So, since this is going to be a brawler, and since this is a bushwhacker, and all the weapons are going to be in the CT and left torso and left arm, we can use the entire right side to deadside this thing, which is great, because with the standard engine 270, even if we lose the entire right side of our mech, which is this side, we don't really care, because we still have full cooling and full weapon systems ready. So you always want to make sure to twist towards the left side, so your right side is facing the enemy with this build. The engine is going to be a standard 270. That will give us a speed of 85.5 kph with the skill set I have chosen. We are doing 2 small lasers in the center torso, and we're doing 4 SRM6s with Artemis in left torso and left arm. Combined firepower of 58.1 Alpha Strike, and this mech runs relatively cool, but over time you will have to use cool shots to keep your damage going with your SRM6s and Artemis. I've chosen to lower the head armor quite a bit and have chosen to lower the arm armor of the right arm quite a bit, because we don't really need it. It's just there for tanking purposes. So everything should be fine here. The ammo is mostly in the legs and 1.5 tons in the left torso, which will be gone quite quickly. I mean, we're talking 140 plus, what is that, 70, so 210 rounds. That is going to be gone rather quickly, so I wouldn't worry about this exploding at all. Just make sure you don't get shot in the back at the beginning of the brawl in your left torso. That would be unhealthy. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look at the skill tree for today's build. And this is going to be quite straightforward, guys. Since we're only carrying, or mostly carrying missile weapons, and they are the main source of our damage, we're going to buff them by going high explosive 1 and 2, missile spread 1 and 2, and missile rack 1 and 2, of course. We grab some heat gen nodes on the way, but that is basically all we have to grab here. And of course, 2 range nodes that we can also grab at this point. Because, guys, with the loadout like that, you are very limited in terms of range. Your small lasers will have a range of about 320 max, where they do basically no damage. They will basically just go ahead and tickle the enemy. So yeah, your range is basically going to be your SRM range, and with the little bit of extra range that we put on, we get about 291 meters, which should be fine. Of course, if you want to, you can go more heavily into the firepower tree if you want to sacrifice somewhere else, for example in survival or in mobility, but just try it out and see how you like it. Now, survival tree, I went with the full armor build that you guys already know, which means that we take the left side for full armor and then go towards the right side for both the armor hardening nodes 3 and 8 down here, and that is all we need from here. Then we go into mobility. I chose to go the left part of torso here with yaw and speed a little bit as well. I also chose to take another torso speed node here that you can use for something else if you want to, but the most important part in here is the speed tweak, so we can get this mech to 85 kph, which makes us a quite a fast little brawler. And you guys know the bushwhackers are quite tanky, so as much speed as we can get in there, it's going to be helpful for 3 things: getting in range, staying in range, and getting the hell out of dodge when things get too hot. So a little bit extra speed helps, but as I said, if you feel you don't need it, then go ahead, drop the mobility tree, put everything into survival, and add more range nodes, and you can get your SRMs 300 plus meters, which would also be very nice, and you're going to have less cooldown and better heat efficiency. I only have 9 points in the operations tree. Of course, if you drop mobility, you can also go a little bit deeper into operations, get this mech to run a little bit more cool. For me, I found that this should be enough, especially since I have a double cool shot and cool shot cooldown with an additional consumable slot for artillery strike. And that's the build for today, guys. Let's take this thing to the dropship and see how it performs. I'll see you there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Karma is a honeybee, and we are here with our brawler on Polar Highlands, and I'm marching towards Theta, trying to support my light and medium mates here that are engaged with the enemy already. I see an assassin, I see a fire starter that we just hit with a good salvo of the SRM6s, and there's some other guys, but I'm gonna stay on the fire starter since he's very close. Maybe we can get another good shot into him. Nope, never mind. Hit the enemy adder here, AC5s and micro pulses, and maybe we can do some more damage to him here. I gotta be careful though. The enemy team will be pushing in any second now from Juliet 11, but I can actually go ahead and chase down that adder a little bit more, just a teeny bit more, maybe get the side torso. That was a bad shot. Let's try again, go past the enemy artillery strike, and ooh, yeah, this is looking juicy. This is a kill here, guys. This is bound to be a kill. Let's go ahead and boom, there we go. Quad SRM6s up the buttocks and ripperoni jabroni. Alright, so 1 kill to 1 right now. We don't have Theta, but we do have Epsilon, Kappa and Sigma. On this map it's actually a viable strategy to go for caps, but still guys, you still have to fight the enemy. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm still missing a lot of teammates here. I'm very much out in the open, but those shots on that Marauder are just too juicy, so I just took him. I'm bound to lose my right arm here, that's alright though. Gonna shoot the Marauder again, and now we have to run for cover. There's too many targets around here. That Marauder's weapons are all jammed up. His side torso is open though, so if I find a teammate that can go ahead and do some damage, they will be able to take him down here, no problem. Now look at the map, guys. We are still the front line. I can't go in any further, otherwise I'm just gonna get murdered. I'm at 65% of my mech. I see an Atlas coming in with ECM, so I'm gonna try and shadow him a little bit, but it all depends on what the team is doing. And right now, I can't do anything. There's a Zeus Skokomish around the corner here, is another assault right where our Atlas is going, and if you look at the lines of scrimmage, the line of the skirmish, you will see that nobody is right now in the front of the Atlas, everybody's behind him. Actually, some people are 200-300 meters away. So long story short, even if the Atlas pushes right now, it's not going to be effective because nobody's there with him. Also, there's people shooting his back now, so I'm not going to push in with the Atlas. It's pointless, and he's going to be dead in a few seconds here. I hate to do that, guys, I hate to do that, but there's no point. Instead of throwing away the Atlas, it's going to be thrown away the Atlas and a Bushwacker. So I'm not going to throw myself away. Instead, I'm going to go onto the Skokomish here, try to do some damage to him here while my teammates are engaged with the enemies in the middle. And the Skokomish is not looking too hot right now. We take away his side torso, and one more salvo will take away his life. There we go, and the Skokomish is down. However, I paid for it with half my mech. It's alright though, we still have small lasers and 2 SRM6s, so we still have a little bit of combat efficiency here. That Firestarter should be dying any second now, bada boom, alright. And we can go ahead and maybe do some more damage to that Archer I saw around the corner. There we go. Get him into our target reticule, see what's up, see how damaged he is. Come on, give me some info. Okay, side torso is open. Maybe we can do a little bit more damage to the side torso. One more salvo or so. Never mind, we lose our SRM6s, so now we are 2 small lasers and not enough, unfortunately, to take away his side torso, but that's fine. We did our job, guys. We definitely did our job. So, 4 kills to 7. We have 4 capture points. The enemy just has Theta. All their guys are on Theta as far as you can see. This is going to be interesting. Vapor Eagle body here, 2 ATM6s and lots of ER small lasers. Seems a little bit weak for an Vapor Eagle, but nevertheless, he's got some weapons that can do some work. And we've got a Piranha in the fight with heavy smalls and ER micros. Very, very nice. And I'm just letting my teammates know just to try and hold Theta. Just keep them there. Just keep them engaged and annoy them. Because right now, 550 score for our team. We've got 4 caps over 1. If we can hold this for a minute, we win. And if the teammates are really, really good, maybe, just maybe, they might be able to pull a win out of here. Now, the good thing is, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people engaging these guys over here, and I'm just counting 3 enemies right now, so this is a 4 on 3. However, the Vapor Eagle is basically a non-existing entity at this point, and yep, there is the assassin just coming for him, so he's gonna fall here in a second or so. Alright, let's see what else happens here. We have a Commando in the fight, SRM6 and small pulse, so he is pretty banged up already. But it is a 3 on 2 as somebody is currently capturing Sigma, so this is winnable, guys. This is winnable for our lights and for our mediums. Actually, just just lights at this point. And they're going for the assassin legs, which is a really, really good thing to do. Incubus with the small pulses takes out the legs of the assassin. Beautiful. The other guy falls as well. Look at that, guys. Look at that. 11 kills over 9, we've got 3 capture points, we're now getting our 4th capture point back, and this thing is in the bags. Beautiful. Now, don't get me wrong, getting this map chosen with a brawler build that is, in 99% of all cases, it's gonna be a bad match for you, because there is no way to get close to the enemy without getting lured or shot to hell, but you can still make it work if you choose your engagements wisely. Like, for example, I could have thrown away my mech going in with the Atlas, but I chose to go to the side, take down the Skokomish, and then engage the other guys as well, and then I threw my mech away. So, you know, living longer and prospering. 2 killing blows, 8 assists, 2 solo kills, 3 KMDDs, 700 damage done, and 4 components taken out, and together with the Piranha and the Vapor Eagle, we did some good work here. we definitely did some good work here. And as I said, guys, the Direwolf, for example, or the Atlas, just not effective, and mech basically thrown away, unfortunately. And guys, if you enjoyed this content, as always, check out my Patreon page. Think about becoming an active supporter for little old me, because that helps me keep making videos. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into the next match, and we're here on Frozen City.
Target spotted.
And a little bit of a backstory. The teammates wanted to go towards our base and then push towards the enemy, and I said, no. You don't go to our base first, you go for a beeline. Because if you go to our base first and everybody has to collect and group up first, then it's just gonna take too long. What doesn't take too long, however, is shooting this guy here in the back with his Warhawk, dropping an artillery strike right in the middle of these guys. I'm taking a lot of damage for this right now, guys, but it's okay. It's okay, because I put down an RD in the midst of their assaults. I get 3 or 4 hit markers here, so this is a really juicy RD strike. I would say that was definitely worth it. Now, I'm gonna try and hold position here. I need to wait for some teammates to come up here, especially the fatties, because I need that firepower, I need the tonnage, and I need the armor, because I don't want to throw my mech away. Once again, we want to make sure that we live as long as possible, and that we can engage targets at brawling range. And if there is no targets in brawling range, you think about, can you move towards targets and brawl them down? If yes, like for example we're doing here with the Timberwolf, we do exactly that. If it's not possible, you have to bide your time, you have to wait, you can't just go rush in. I know it's tempting, I know I like to do that a lot, but it is suicidal, so try and not do that. Okay, so we took away the Timberwolf, we're taking some more damage here. My mech is extremely banged up right now, 45% remaining, but that's alright, we grabbed a kill. And then now we're going to go and see if there is another target that we can shoot. Potentially around the left hand corner here, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, it's always nice to see assault mix running off of 90%. At that point, it's like, yep, hello, I'm helping. Of course you never do. Like, he could have been sniping or whatever and doing insane damage, you never know, but I just like to have my assault mechs with me where they can be effective with their armor. So, let's see, we've got a Hunchy here that is very banged up, but I think he's running away from us a little bit. So, what I'll do here is I'm gonna try and chase after him, and then we'll see what we can do to him and maybe kill him, or he might actually fall to my teammate's volley here. Not quite, but he's very red. And now he's dead. Okay, alright, that actually rhymed very nicely. So, I see a stalker up front, 300 meters. That is a clear engagement sign for me. He's behind cover a little bit, but he is just behind this little rise. So, let's go past the rise. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe shoot that guy. Whoop, there we go, that was a hit. And now we go on to the stalker, give him a nice whiff with our SRM6s, almost kill our teammate because he backs up through me. Now I'm gonna go onto his leg if I can. Yep, that should be gone, and CT gone as well. Actually, the leg was still available, but it's alright, the CT just disappeared. Now we've got the enemy Warhawk, that's the learn boat from before that was learning me a little bit, and the Mad Cat. I'm gonna go after the learn boat. I don't want him learning my teammates, so we're just gonna go in, get very close and very personal, and watch him die. Beautiful. Now we go on to the enemy Mad Cat and take him down as well. And guys, remember what I always say about not face hugging?
Target destroyed.
Yep. Unfortunately, I just murdered a teammate. I shot a little bit too late on the SRM6s, and it turns out there was a light standing right in front of the Mad Cat, and rip. Sorry, it happens. Keep your distance, guys. Okay, well, last guy is in Fox 8, so we can go in, chase him down, or try and get a shot on him, but we might not be able to do that. It really depends on how fast my teammates are. So guys, brawling in the current meta, I have a few seconds to talk about that. It is not as enjoyable as it was 2 years ago, especially with all the NASCARing happening, with all the timid players out there. It can be really hard to find some good matches, but if you get into a good brawl, it is oh so much more enjoyable. So I encourage you, go ahead, try it out, let me know how it goes. 1 killing blow, 8 assists, 1 solo kill, 2 KMDDs, 665, 1 step shy of the devil, but that is because I have made a team kill. So, GG, well played, thanks for watching guys, I'll catch you later.